horrible vibe to this place. My heart's in my mouth. I just hate to think about what kind of struggle could have happened in this room.
I just don't like it for some reason. It's got a weird vibe to it. Poor girl, 17 years old and was murdered.
The way that this place makes me feel is unreal.
He strangled her, slashed her wrist and throat and raped her.
That's horrible.
And threw her out there. Yeah. Just between those two trees, there's a manhole just out there. So knowing her own father killed her here, this house needs to go. This is just really fucked up. It's fucking disgusting. That's your family.
It's brutal.
What's up guys, and welcome back to Kayleigh Coulston Explores, and today we're exploring the Screaming House. Okay guys, so in typical style, I am not alone. Today I'm joined by my gorgeous proving demons, and I'll also be joined by my friend Liz. So as you guys know, before I go to buildings, I like to do a ton of research, and I found absolutely tons of history about this place, and this is Brenda's story. 17-year-old Brenda Evans lived in a small village called Coulston. In 1977, Brenda had recently got engaged to her partner John and bought a house just up the road from her family. In early 1977, she started her new job and seemed to be having a very happy and successful year. Unfortunately, it then took a dramatic turn in October 1977. On the 7th of October 1977, Brenda Evans was brutally murdered whilst on a lunch break from work. Brenda worked at the Polton's post office and general stores in Cheshire, England. As part of her usual daily routine, Brenda would walk half a mile to her auntie and uncle's house for lunch and would later then return to work. But unfortunately, it was on October the 7th, 1977, Postmaster Samuel Roberts reported she did not return to work. Roberts stated she was a highly reliable employee and it was unlike her not to be punctual and return to work. Brenda's mum then later called into the shop and became concerned as it was out of character for her daughter to walk out without informing her first. Once concerns were raised about Brenda not returning to work, all of her friends, family, neighbours began to search along the route she would have normally taken to work. Later that evening, her fiance's mother, Edith Pritchard, unfortunately made the gruesome discovery in the woods. Brenda Evans had been strangled to death with her own tights. She'd also been physically and sexually assaulted and had sustained injuries to her throat and wrists done by a sharp object. Brenda had then been dumped into a 12-foot manhole just 500 yards from the field where her fiancé, 20-year-old worker John Pritchard, had been cut to the hedges that afternoon. The police then later questioned John Pritchard for 27 hours regarding Brenda's murder, and he was not released from police bail for 4 weeks, but eventually was released with no charge. By this point, the case had gone completely cold with no leads towards her murder. The police and public then in 1989 turned their attention to David Evans, aka Brenda's father. This is where David Evans' dark past starts to really unfold. It was reported that David Evans had murdered a 15-year-old girl called Anna Humphreys in 1988, 11 years after his daughter's murder. Anna Humphreys and Brenda Evans had been both murdered the exact same way, so by this point, police started to believe he was linked to both murders. So the case was never actually solved as to who murdered Brenda Evans, and it still remains a mystery to this day. So since all the crimes happening, unfortunately the property's been completely abandoned. Nobody knows what happened to the auntie, the uncle, or the remaining family.
So within the last couple years of us going there and filming, whether it be a ghost hunt or whatever else, it's become kind of like an urban legend or a I don't know how to put it. The popularity though has completely soared. So many people have filmed this place, and obviously it's quite important we get down here to document it our way due to the fact that it is about to be demolished.
Right guys, so with that being said, I think I should just get going because as I say, we've had a very, very long night driving up here. We now need to get to the location, obviously make sure we can still get inside. So guys, this is Brenda's murder house. Alright guys, we've literally just came to the Screaming House, but I'm having to keep my voice down because the neighbours are right there. So I think we should probably just get straight in. So the back door is still wide open, which is good news. But as I say, the neighbours live literally just there, so we cannot get caught. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, just got something sharp in my ankle.
I'll tell you now, this house just still has that weird vibe. Just looking through these old dinner doors.
Oh my god.
I know, it's different from when you last came here.
It's so different.
It's got a horrible vibe to this place. My heart's in my mouth at the moment.
Really?
Yeah.
Right, so I think what we'll do is just go straight through and I'll come to the kitchen obviously on the way out because I don't want the neighbours to hear us. Right guys, so just to let you know, I was here about a year ago with you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
About a year ago, and seriously, this place is completely different. When I came, everything was pristine. So it says what a year can do to a building. So I'm going to Urbex this. Obviously, like I say, I'm in the heart of the house now, so I can be loud. And as we go through, obviously, guys, we can obviously chat and obviously all that sort of stuff. But near the kitchen, we've got to be very quiet because if the neighbours catch us, we're going to get kicked out. Right, so I'm going to start in the living room because I think obviously this is the main hub of the story, shall I say. And looking at it since we came about, I think I came about a year ago with you, it's absolutely trash.
It's completely different.
What a shame. Look what people have done to this place.
So the first thing I want to note is that's all new. Someone writing their TikTok all over the walls.
It's disgusting, isn't it? Such a shame. And like I say, when we came here, this was literally pristine. I remember there were like little little models or
There
something.
are ornaments everywhere, but they've all been smashed to pieces, sadly.
Oh, it's a shame. But no, looking at this amazing furniture, look how old it is.
Oh yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful. And I've just noticed a little pair of shoes. Do you think they were Brenda's?
They could have been, that's the thing. This was
Yeah.
her house.
Yeah, very well could have been. So looking around the house, you can obviously see from the aunt and uncle, they are obviously significantly older. Just kind of even by the design and stuff. And you've got this beautiful kind of, you know, mustard.
Yellow.
Yeah, very, very popular back in the day. And even look, cord phones. I've not seen a cord phone since, oh my God, since I was a little tiny child. But I still love this really adorable kind of like mustard colour.
Yeah.
Very, very popular in 70s and 80s.
Right out of the 70s.
Yeah. And even that, I think that's actually a fold-out futon. If you look, I'm not too sure because I've seen one of these before, where you pick the pillows up and I think it like comes out. It might not be the same as one I've seen in previous houses, but yeah, it's really nice. But it's such a shame, obviously, knowing what happened here.
The only thing that's remained the same, I think, is the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Just the daunting atmosphere and how we know what happened. I mean,
It feels so solemn, doesn't it, in here?
yeah, it does.
So we've got some little trinkets here, so at least some of it survived. I love that beautiful colour. Absolutely gorgeous. And all the little designs on the plates. But yeah, as I say, guys, it was a pristine time capture. We've still got the old TV there. Got Liz McQueen vibing. Hey. But no, yeah, and the piano.
Now,
yeah.
if I recall, when I came here the first time, this piano was intact completely. Someone's destroyed
Really?
it. Yeah, someone's destroyed it.
Oh, they've actually taken all the keys off of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a shame. Really nice bit of furniture. See, if you got that revamped, that'd be worth a pretty penny.
Oh yeah, and absolutely. And I love how they put the shelves right above it and it fits in so perfectly.
Yeah, yeah.
What I find so messed up and so cruel is the fact that, so she used to come here on a break at work,
Yeah.
right? And imagine she'd come get a snack, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'd assume, obviously, her aunt and uncle were probably out or at work or something like that. And to think that potentially her own father
I know.
strangled her because he murdered another woman and got away with it.
Yeah, Anna Humphreys, yeah.
But who? What kind of sick man could strangle and, you know, to his own daughter?
It's disgusting.
And then drop
And
her in
also,
a
the
manhole.
report, obviously, like we say, we've obviously from the intro, is not only did he kill her, he strangled her, slashed her wrist and throat, and raped her.
That's horrible.
And threw her out there.
Yeah.
Just between those two trees, there's a manhole just out there. So I've been told. I've not personally gone to have a look, but I don't really want to because it's not very respectful. But yeah, knowing that he literally could have dragged her through these doors out there and just thrown away like a piece of trash. It's fucking disgusting. That's your family.
It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. And you know what's even worse is you got to think that now the neighbors living nearby,
Yeah.
they have to live with the knowledge of what happened here. You know?
Yeah.
And I think I'm hearing the neighbors now. Actually. Again, we're trying to be kind of quiet because they do not like people being in here at all. Especially considering, I know the house is about to be demolished, but this house, it was on a time limit anyway. The neighbor, a while back, about a year ago, I remember the neighbors were saying, I saw that they stopped a couple of people with gas canisters from coming in the house, like they were going to try and burn this place down.
Oh shit!
And
really?
Imagine the amount of people that come here to their nice neighborhood and come in here to trash the house, destroy it. They got
Well, yeah, it gives their neighbourhood a bad rep, and it's not very fair. So I can understand why they get mad at people. I do get it.
Yeah, and it's probably makes them quite nervous now, knowing that some people have attempted to burn down the house right next door to theirs.
Of course, yes. It's really scary. I know. It's like I say, when I'm looking around it, guys, obviously you know what I'm like. I'm normally quite quirky and, you know, upbeat, but I just don't think it's the sort of place you can do that. Like, even looking at these suitcases and stuff, like, once upon a time you've been packing that going on holiday, you know, there must have been so many good memories in here, and these flowers could have been bought by, I don't know, a mum or something. Like, it has good memories in this place, but it's just a shame, obviously, how it ended.
Yeah.
And knowing that she would have probably, well, more than likely been dragged through that door and just thrown out there in the wilderness. It's absolutely just, I don't know what the word is, heartbreaking. I'm actually speechless in this place. I really don't know what to say, other than I can feel it.
It's a heavy atmosphere in here.
Yeah, you can almost feel the sadness.
It's pure sadness and anxiety.
Yeah, as I say, guys, normally when I come to abandoned buildings, I'm very upbeat because obviously I'm enjoying the experience. It's really fun. I love Urbex. It's my passion. But in places like this, I'll be honest, I'm really shaky today and I don't really know why. But I think it's because I've obviously pent up overnight. I've known that I'm coming to a real murder scene where a 17-year-old girl was killed. So I just think it has a completely different atmosphere to it. Like I say, it's a bit of like nerves, as Andrew was saying, anxiety and stuff. So yeah, you can definitely feel in here. It's very, very tense.
Yo, have you seen this yet?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's got a knight's crest on it. It's very old school though.
Is that skin?
Skin?
Yeah, that canvasy bit.
Oh yeah, it feels like it,
That's
yeah.
skin.
What kind
Obviously not human or anything,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's
no,
probably
no.
like, I don't know, a cow maybe?
It could be.
Don't know, but I can tell you for a fact that definitely is skin. But we've got, I'm assuming, the front door here. I can't really see through it because it's frosted, and you obviously come through to the main hallway. Oh, little desk. Oh,
it's all been emptied out.
It's really pretty, and look at all the natural decay just taking it over.
Yeah. It's
amazing. So this house is really small, guys. It's a 2-bedroom bungalow. So we actually entered through there, which was the kitchen. We've done in here, which was the living room, and I think we're now going to go into. Was it her room?
I think this is the master bedroom.
Okay. It's just absolutely shocking. I really, I'm so sorry. I really don't know what to say looking at a place like this. Just sadness, isn't it?
It is.
I'm not used to this experience. Like normally on Urbex, well, you've seen me, I'm jumping around, skipping, and so excited, but it just doesn't feel right.
It fits, our behaviour fits the atmosphere, the mood of this house.
But I really feel this way, though. I really do feel very solemn. And you know, even looking at this mirror and stuff, knowing that once upon a time she could have done our makeup about it, you know?
I know.
And just going on nights out and vibing and
yeah,
just nothing left to show of her. It's just a shame. So all of the wardrobes have been emptied out. So I'm assuming that was probably the family. You know, once upon a time when she'd been murdered, obviously they'd taken all of her things and belongings. What are you looking for?
I was seeing if I remember when we first came in here, well over a year ago, almost 2 years ago now, maybe.
Yeah.
We came in here and there was axes and all sorts of knives and things. And
oh God, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
We put a samurai saw underneath there, didn't we?
But they're not there anymore. So somebody's taken them all, taken all the tools.
Okay, that's not good.
But also turn around. Again, they're about to demolish this house, so I think a lot of stuff that might have been in here is now inside that bin or that crate.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So all of her memories and belongings just shoved in a bin.
Well, whatever's left over, yeah. But like I said, I don't imagine this place will be here another month.
Well, no, looking at the walls, I was literally just about to say, above your head.
Oh, this is not
look
safe.
At that.
Yeah, look at that.
That is severely damaged.
Yeah.
That's not even paint, guys. That's right down to the plastering.
Yeah.
Actually, all the way through, you can actually see through it.
You can see the bricks.
Yeah, this house will definitely either collapse in on itself before the demolishment, or the demolishment needs to be honest, happen very soon.
I think it's
a bit of a death trap, this place, which is such a shame because it's so beautiful, absolutely stunning. And yeah, granted, there's not much obviously in this room because they've probably stripped the majority of it, but even the carpet is absolutely just. It's got a vibe. It's really pretty, but I almost feel weird saying that because you're in a murder house, an actual crime scene back in 1977 that happened here. Yeah. It feels almost. I don't know what the word is. It's uncomfortable to call something pretty, knowing what actually happened.
Just the whole place makes me feel uncomfortable. I absolutely hate it. I wouldn't normally say this about a building like this with such historic significance, but personally, I think it's time it goes.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's gone.
No, I agree. So as I say, guys, looking at the articles and obviously what I've gathered from Google, I believe this is the auntie and uncle's room, and I believe this one was Brenda's. She didn't actually live here, as we know. She lived with her fiance literally just down the road, about 10 houses down, but she did stay here quite frequently, obviously to be with the family. And can I just say, this is a very, very valid reason why we don't give out pins to people we don't know, because I am fed up of hearing rinse and repeats of people saying it got burnt down, it got trashed, it got smashed up, or everything was stolen. It's really it's actually depressing, and I'm being really honest, because obviously we should respect these buildings, and it's always the old saying, Andrew, what was it? Take nothing but photos and leave nothing but footprints.
That's right.
And obviously this place, it's not stuck to the rules.
Look what I can see.
What?
Hand me this for a second. You can see it in the reflection. Now open the door.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's
a sticker. That's beautiful.
Absolutely.
It's got a teeny little name as well. Lena?
Nice.
Lena, I
Lena.
think. Lily. Oh, Lil, sorry. Lena Lil.
Lena Lou, something like that.
That's pretty.
And I see that this is where they put dirty clothing.
Yeah.
Machine wash.
That's interesting.
Hand wash.
Oh wow.
Must have been before the invention of laundry passing. Don't know.
So there is Brenda's desk.
Yeah. Look
It's
how
absolutely
small
tiny.
Imagine
Yeah.
how small you'd have to be to use that.
Just thinking that the little footstool would have to be like,
Yeah.
not even a few inches off the ground. You wouldn't be able to sit at it.
Oh, it's crazy how small that is.
Yeah, but it's full of character, this room, obviously, compared to the rest of the house. So we've got our wardrobes there, 3-piece, so she must have a lot of clothing, bless her, at one point. And then her bed here.
My God.
What?
Look at the...
oh, wow.
Look at the cupboards and the...
Yeah, it's like gold hemmed. Obviously, it's not real gold, it's painted, but that's so beautiful.
Absolutely stunning, that. And it's on the door, too.
Oh, wow. Oh, they've matched it up so nicely. And it actually, look, the cabinets have it as well. It's a matching set.
It's a very, very Victorian girly sort of room. I mean, even right down to the lights above you, with the fake
gorgeous.
candles with dripping candle wax on it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a very girly room.
It's so pretty. So regarding items left behind, there isn't actually anything by it. Obviously loads of bags, paperwork, and there's just one little frame.
Japanese, Japanese painting, actually.
Yeah, so pretty. Hang on, take the camera. Right, I know this is crazy. I'm going to put it back.
Yeah.
Because it's actually really annoying me how it's not even.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm just being honest. And I just feel like out of a respect thing, at least I can try and make it a little bit more presentable.
It's a shame, 'cause somebody's really broken this bed.
I know, we're looking at all the glass on the floor, there's drink cans and stuff. Like, what's the old saying of respecting the dead, do you know what I mean? Like, and this wasn't like this, was it?
No.
When we came?
The first time I came, which was with you, this
Yeah.
place was in basically pristine condition.
Yeah, I know.
Like, nobody had known about it. In fact, you know what's funny? My video here that I did with you
Yeah.
is the whole reason this house got so well known. And this is the reason why it's called the Screaming House, is
Put it on the map.
because I used the death whistle here and called it the Screaming House.
I remember. But I'm just trying to sit it in that frame. I just want to see what it looks like and stuff and just
Oh, yeah.
make it a bit more presentable.
Oh, thanks, Liz.
Yeah, if you grab the header. There we are. Yeah, that's a bit better,
That
isn't
looks
it?
a bit better.
What's all these plastic bags doing in there?
I know, the cupboard's full of them.
Yeah, it's absolutely filled with them.
Yeah, I just noticed the little header as well.
Yeah, that's
These
fine.
aren't old bags.
What do you think that would have been, guys?
Flip it around.
It's the same both sides.
Oh,
I don't know.
it's just a little mini pillow. It's very, very nice and decorative, though.
Yeah, maybe just like for jewellery at the end of the night, just take it off and put it on there something.
It could be.
Yeah, I've got OCD, mate, so I'd be here all day cleaning if I had the choice.
God, now
bit
you,
more respect,
now you got
yeah.
her doing it.
I know, but like I said, I don't like to do it because I like to leave buildings how they were.
Yeah, of course.
But it's just, at least
Like
make it a
nice
bit
as well.
prettier, do you know what I mean? Like, there we are.
It's a good deed for the day.
So there we are, that's a bit more presentable. Like I said, I'm sorry guys, I don't usually do that because I like to leave it as I find it, but it looks nicer. And it's just respectful, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't like how people have just smashed all the glass. They've obviously, God, there's two layers of window they've thrown bricks through. You can even see like how big that shard is. So the least I can do is just make it look a little prettier. Oh, that's lovely. Oh. And it probably was like that when it was abandoned, like the very first time.
Yeah,
Oh.
that looks nice.
That looks cute. It's just really devastating walking around this bedroom. I know that's so stupid to most people because it's just a bedroom, but it's not. Like, now I know the full story and I'm actually walking around here. That's the thing with Urbex. I don't think people really appreciate the fact that when you're here, it's just genuinely terrifying, and like thinking that somebody was genuinely raped, strangled, slashed throat and wrist in this property. So I'm actually quite happy they are going to demolish this, because I feel like her spirit and obviously her family, the justice was never served. Because I'd say David Evans, he was confirmed to kill Anna Humphreys in this village, but the death with obviously with Brenda, it was never confirmed if he did have an involvement. But looking at it, I'm not being funny, if he murdered once, he probably did do it again. So knowing her own father killed her here, this house needs to go. This is just really fucked up. Okay guys, the bathroom is absolutely minuscule. I can't really get any further than this because the door. We've got a lovely big bath with a little mirror at the side of it, which I've never seen before. Cabinet up there. Sink, yeah, just your sort of obviously your generic bits and bobs. Not really much to show in here, except from the tiling. It's got all this gorgeous little design in it. It's really cute. So just to recap guys, that was the living room there, front door where Liz is. That was the master room, and then obviously that was Brenda's bedroom herself. Not bedroom, bathroom in there, and then we've last got the kitchen, haven't we?
The kitchen.
Yeah, which I think is the most fully stocked part of the house, judging by obviously walking through very quickly.
So, yeah, that's quite old, this. This is like 80s.
Wow.
Yeah, the 80s.
Yeah, that's really pretty. And look at all the little tea boxes.
Oh, they still have some tea right there.
Oh god, yeah. That's property. You need like a proper little diffuser for that. Yes, this has definitely got more character than the rest of the house. You can actually obviously see quite a few bits left behind. Oh shit, look at that.
I don't actually know.
That is a hot counter.
It looks like a serving
Yeah, if you
tray.
open that, I'm almost adamant that would have been a hot counter.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
there's
yeah.
dials here. So I think you'd have kept your food warm in that.
Oh,
Looking,
okay.
judging by this. Or maybe the top of this folds up and it's like maybe like a stove or something. No, that's mounted. So yeah, I think that was for hot food. Obviously a tiny little retro fridge.
Yeah, this is retro as hell.
Is that a fridge, freezer, cupboard? What is it? Oh no, it's just a tiny little cupboard. No, the fridge is below you.
Yeah,
below you
yeah,
there.
that's the fridge. So this is just a really cute old school cupboard with the
They
flower.
wallpapered it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so lovely. And that was obviously the hatch through to living room, which is it's just so daunting. That I think it's that room. That room is really throwing me off. I don't know what. I just don't like it for some reason. It's got a weird vibe to it.
So this stove here is clearly out of the 80s.
Yeah, that's
Nice
really
little hob.
vintage. Yeah, it's very, very pretty. But see, it's a shame because you can't really do much with these anymore. They are just a bin job.
It's just like a
You could
small
never
base.
really revamp any of this, could you?
Oh, you
Oh, I tell you what, actually, the inside is immaculate almost.
Actually, yeah, it's not bad.
No, okay, maybe you could. But the stuff behind us, obviously, that's completely gone. So as we know, the well is outside there. The manhole, sorry, is between the two trees just around the corner. As I've agreed with you, obviously, I don't think it's fair to go and look at.
No.
I do know it's been welded shut and it's probably been covered with, obviously, all the overgrowth. You can see all the grass is obviously all grown massively now. So I believe it's obviously been covered quite nicely, which is a good thing. But I think out of respect, we would just call this done. I don't really think it's fair to go looking at something that's, you know, where somebody literally was thrown down, you know.
No. You know, honestly, I'm not joking with you, okay? When you look at my hands.
Oh my God, yeah.
The way that this place makes me feel is unreal. Like, obviously, you know me, I'm a ghost hunter. I've ghost hunted this place and caught crazy activity, but the darkness that this house bleeds, literally, it shakes me up.
Yeah.
It leaves me shaking.
It's very solemn in here. Like, I can't really describe it. Like, obviously I've been to murder scenes before, but I think this is more personal to me. Yeah, as I said, I've been to murder scenes before. I've been to many time capsules and houses, obviously, with the murder stories. And it is a horrible feeling, but this is more personal to me because she wasn't actually much older than what I am. So I'm 24, but she was 17 going 18. And the fact is that this just feels like really close to home. And the thing that's scary is that her job, I used to do that when I was younger. I used to work at a little post office and I'd walk back by myself. Luckily where I live is really nice and safe, but, sorry, lived, shall I say. But then again, you can't always say that, can you? Like, you know, what says that my father couldn't have done it, you know, it's really, obviously my father, he's amazing, I absolutely love him. But no, seriously, it's just scary thinking that, like, this is really close to home. I lived in a little village like Brenda did. I used to work in a little post office at that age group, walked home back, you know, all that sort of stuff, and it could have been me. It could have been any of us young girls. So to me, this is really personal and actually quite upsetting.
Also, let's be fair, this is a very, very, very nice neighborhood. Like, all the houses are like worth millions.
Oh, they're beautiful, yeah.
In fact, what I also find very interesting is all the houses next door, they're all modern builds. This is the one that's stuck. Like, I guarantee you, fucking, if it wasn't for the murder, this house probably would have been knocked down ages ago and built a new house on top of it. And that's probably what they're doing now, finally. But can you believe it took, what, 50-something years?
Yeah, yeah. But the place is falling apart. As I say, like, obviously, this isn't too bad. The actual structure here is okay. But even in those corners, can you see all the wall? Yeah. That is literally, that wall is down to the complete, well, bare bones. It's definitely going to cave in on itself. Like, a lot of this is probably natural decay. Not really sure about that. That looks like someone stabbed something into it. But yeah, it's falling apart. And to be honest, it just needs to go. Right, so looking around the house, guys, I think that's pretty much it. As I say, it's not a fully stocked time capsule. It's got a bit of character, but obviously remembering respectfully, it was a crime scene, an active murder. So I don't really want to be in here too much longer. I sometimes think with buildings, when you know, just flick in and out, you don't really need to take the piss obviously and stay in here too long. I think she should be put to rest, and this house being it, everyone coming up here constantly, it's not going to give her, you know, any justice really for what happened. So I think this is probably our last ever visit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, right, let's go. Right, so I'm going to start making my way out, guys, because I think it's one of those I feel like I've outstayed my welcome. I've said what I had to say. I've filmed what I wanted to film, and now I think it's time just to leave.
So one thing I've noticed here is you can see what we call the Urbex trail, a trail where people have been looking for the well in the back.
Oh my God.
I don't know how much success people have had, but again, I've heard from other people that it's been filled in, so.
Yeah, well, I'd hope so, obviously, like welded shut or something, yeah.
Oh yeah, we don't
I can see there's a massive gap there. Can you see there's like a massive...
There's a big hole there, yeah.
That's obviously not a well, but I was almost led to believe it was between those trees. When I read the articles, it said it was in the tree line, so I'm assuming it's got to be along here somewhere. But yeah, do you know what? I just don't think we should go looking for it. I think it's a respect thing. Like, you know, doing the house was enough. I don't really think actually going to the well is probably a wise idea.
Also, are we going to go check out the where she worked?
I think it'd be a good idea. Yeah, let's take a drive down the road so we can show these guys the route that she would have taken.
And just how far from home and work she actually was. Because she obviously walked here every day on her lunch break.
Yep,
so
every single day without fail.
Let's just show them the route. It's only half a mile.
Okay.
All right.
So leaving the screaming house, obviously that's where the grandparents, so not grandparents, auntie and uncle lived. Right, so Brenda's house apparently was down here on the left. So it's about 10 houses down. And it was her fiance and her house. So I think it was the one in the corner. Keep going down. Yep, so it was one of these houses here was her house. I don't know which one particularly. The article wasn't that detailed, but I know for a fact it was either here all the way up to as far as that end house. It's one of these where she actually lived.
Okay, so essentially this is going to be the trip she would have took. We have one problem though. I don't think this Pulford General Store I don't think it exists anymore, but we'll show you the route she did take.
Right.
By the looks of it, this route's going to take forever because...
A lot of traffic in there?
We just got bombarded with traffic.
That's okay.
Oh goodness. So she would have obviously she would have walked all the way up this way. If she was walking to work, she'd be walking down here.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's Pulford Courts.
Okay.
So let's see if there's anywhere that could have been the post office.
Oh, okay, so we've got a village hall there.
Yeah, that's Village Hall, so it wouldn't have been there.
Okay.
And I've put the pin onto a shopping center up here, which would probably have been where the general store originally was. Now remember, this was over 50 years ago.
Yeah.
A lot changes, especially when it comes to, you know, stores and buildings. Like, you know, general store in general, we don't normally have those anymore. We call them off licenses here.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
could have been revamped.
Yeah, I don't think general stores aren't really a thing anymore ever since we have like Asda, Sainsbury, Morrison's.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
So it would have probably gone out of business.
Yeah, well, yeah, like I said, there's probably a high chance it's not a thing anymore. There's the local church. She could have gone there at once in her life and stuff. But yeah, there's probably a high chance it's not a thing anymore.
Alright, so the only thing I can think is it could have been in this old shopping area.
Oh, I see, okay.
But it looks like it's now a hotel.
Right, it's been revamped.
But it is possible that this could have been just even right around the side here where the spa is.
Yeah.
The old general store. Or they've knocked it down.
I don't really know. Like I said, I've Googled it. I've tried my best, but I can't actually find a location for it.
Well, this building looks too modern to have been around, 50 years ago.
Oh yeah, 100%. This is a brand new build. So Poulton, where we just were, was up the road by about 1 or 2 minutes. This is the next village along, which is called Polford. So we are almost adamant the article it would have meant Polford opposed to Poulton, because there's no stores in Poulton.
If you look here, Poulton is literally just this tiny set of houses and farm.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing else in Poulton. There wouldn't have been a post office there.
No, I think the article was supposed to say Polford.
Yeah, and Poulton, because the article said she walked half a mile, right? Poulton from the Screaming House is a bit further than half a mile. It's about 2.5 miles away. So
Oh, I see. Well, this would work out half a mile, wouldn't it?
Polford would have made more sense. There's the Screaming House where that.
Well, bring it in a little bit.
Yeah, there's the Screaming House right above my thumb.
Oh yeah, that makes way more sense.
This is Polford we're in right now.
Yeah, so I think they meant Polford, and as I say, this has been revamped. This is definitely modernised, so it could have potentially been here where she used to work. Right, so with that being said, I think that was basically her story. I don't think there's anything else we can do. It's very hard to find things, obviously, from the 70s.
Yeah.
It's definitely been demolished or upcycled or something, because it's just not around here, unless it obviously is this building. There is nothing else for us to go off, but in general, I'm just glad we got to tell her story, because I've noticed a lot of people do the paranormal side, but her actual story I've not seen online yet. I've seen just articles, but not videos.
The one piece of the puzzle that I recognize a lot of us got wrong, and it wasn't even wrong because it's still a cold case murder, is that the top suspect now was her own father.
Yes.
And that was one thing, and they can never prove it anymore.
Yeah.
Because he's long gone now. But it's just eerie. I'm glad though, before this house gets demolished, that it's getting the right story told anyway, done it properly in daylight as well.
I agree.
And I do want to say, I feel so strange knowing that you were there with me one year ago. We discovered the house and the story behind it, and no one else knew about it. And funny enough, the Screaming House, we're the ones that named it that.
I know, and you put it on the map. Like,
yeah.
No one gave a shit or knew this place until you filmed it.
And my video went viral here of the first time we came here, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, if you go online, there's 10 million videos about the place now. Everyone's gone to ghost hunt it. Everyone's been there.
But see, that's a good point you just made. That's exactly what I want to talk about. Everyone's ghost hunted it, but nobody has done the cold case, the kind of, the true crime side, the Urbex. No one's actually properly done that. So I'm really glad that we have, because her real story has actually officially, this is it,
Also, I'd like to say, what I find so crazy about this is, we're the ones that started this whole obsession with the Screaming House.
Yeah.
And then now, right before it gets demolished,
we're the ones ending it.
To put it to rest.
Yeah, it's amazing. But I'm just glad we've done it.
Yeah.
And I think that would probably be our last time going to Brenda's house.
I'm not going back there ever again.
No.
I've done it too many times. I was there with Sarge just a month ago, actually.
Exactly, yeah. I think it's time we leave her to rest.
Alrighty guys, and that was the Screaming House. I am honestly so shocked by our findings, her story, and literally reliving her life on that day, what she did, going to her workplace. It really has touched my heart, this story. So before I obviously do my like, subscribe, look after yourselves, okay? I know this happened in the 70s, but seriously, everyone just keep peace with yourselves, okay? Let people know where you're going, don't walk off alone, and obviously, like I say, safety is priority. On that note, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe. All links down below, so please go and check them out. And if you haven't already, tick the notification bell. I will see you on the next adventure. Bye!